Okay, so hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I'm fantastic by the grace of Allah. Thanks for asking.
Okay, I think we're meeting
So,
first time. So,
yeah, so as we're meeting for the first time, it's better if we introduce ourselves. So, yeah, my name's Mr. Ahmed. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm a student, and recently I have passed my HSC examination, and right now I'm waiting for to admit in the university. And if I talk about my hobbies, I have many hobbies such as listening to music, watching television, spending quality times with my friends and family members, and so on.
yeah, it is my turn. So, my name is Birappa Nagarbat. I belong to Karnataka. So, it's been around 10 years. I've been staying in Bangalore. If I talk about my my hobbies are reading book, my new, the learning this language. This is my new hobby. Yeah, if I talk about my education, I have done diploma in electronics and communication. Yeah, this is short introduction. My
That's great. So I'm so happy to hear that actually in that age you have been learning English. So that's totally amazing. So like what else I have been saying that in your country people are just really eager to learn this language. I really appreciate that. If I talk about my country, like people are not willing to learn, so we didn't find a suitable place to practice. I'm so happy to connect with other countries, especially from your country. So sometimes I think like if I didn't find anybody from your country, I don't know what would happen for other learners. And if I talk about my speaking journey, I think I talk with 80% people from your country. I really appreciate that. And I have so many best friends from your country.
so I would ask one question. So your accent is very
Mhm,
different. So how did
mhm.
you learn? How, how did you practice? How did you learn?
Well, actually, learning accent is my passion. So actually, it has a history. Once I have been practicing on an application it's called Hello. And there I was talking with someone who was basically from Bangladesh. But when I was talking with him, I could not understand that he is from my country because he was improving himself a lot. It's really impracticable for anybody to understand, like when someone changes his accent. So when I was talking with him, I could not understand at first around talking around 40 minutes. Uh, he told me that he's basically from Bangladesh and he was working on accent. He wants that he will introduce with others is from US. So by that time, I was impressed. Oh my God, is it possible to change the tone as we are from Bangladesh? But he's really changed his speaking style, tone. So is it possible? And he shared with me so many things. And from that time, I was inspired. And for that, I have been working in it around 3 months in 2023. Like I was engaged in other things, so I think I have loosened my pronunciation skills, and maybe I can pronounce not perfectly. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Good to know. Good to know. So you're speaking very well. So your accent also very different. Yeah. So it's nice.
Mhm.
So if anybody like people like student or any people they are new they also want to learn this language. Could you give some tips for them?
Okay, so for me, learning is kind of what to say, really easy and engaging if we find the interest. So first of all, I want to say like those who are new learner, right? They don't know the where to start, what's the right process to learn. For me, what happens whenever I started learning this language, I didn't know where to start. So my thought was that if I know a lot of vocabulary, then maybe I will be able to speak or write anything else, whatever I want. For that, I just took a 1 year for learning vocabulary, and I learned so many vocabularies. And after 1 year, I tried to speak English, but I could not. Even I just tried to write something, I could not. And then I thought maybe I should learn a more vocabulary that can assist me to speak or write anything else. That's when I learned again. And whenever I notice that I know a lot of vocabulary, but I cannot say a single sentence, what's wrong with me? Then I just try to find what's the mistake I'm doing in improving English. So that time I went to our older brother who knows English very well, additionally who could speak English very well. He said like if you know a lot of vocabulary, but if you don't know the structures of making sentence, then you will not be able to speak English. To speak English, you need to know the structure. Additionally, you have to find the interest in it. Like if you don't find any interesting thing in that language, then you will not be able to continue it. Because if someone else never motivate you, then you will not be motivated. And sometimes you will feel that, oh my God, why I'm learning this? There's don't have any engaging or interesting parts. To feel motivated, you need to talk. When you will talk with others, they will appreciate you. When you will make mistakes, they will catch up your mistakes and they will share the best strategy, what works best for you, and then you will be motivated and you will improve yourself. Even something is very difficult. So for new learners, I will say practice. What else, just share your thoughts with others that will allow you to enhance yourself. Maybe you're making mistakes. For me, I do believe that mistakes is my best teacher. If I don't make mistakes, I will not be able to improve myself. Yeah.
Correct, correct. But most of people they tell like if you do shadow technique, if you do self record yourself, if you do reading books or newspaper, so it will be help for fluency in this language. What is your opinion on this?
Yeah, actually, this also are crucial. I'm not to disagree with their opinions, but yeah, definitely it works, but in certain points. Like when it works. Suppose you are totally beginner, right? You don't know how to speak. So if you just read the newspaper, read books, or try to follow the shadow technique, it will not be very helpful to you because you don't know where to start. First of all, you have to know, you have to understand yourself that where you have lack, like where you have common mistakes. So whenever you're able to speak a little bit, and that time, if you read newspaper, then from the newspaper, maybe you will learn a one single word that will allow you to use in a speaking sector. But if you don't know how to speak, so if you learn a lot of vocabulary, this is going to be totally useless. Even if you practice a shadow technique, like in shadow, what else I have seen that like, people say that just copy me, right? So something you will copy that you know exactly, but in different way. For example, if you don't know like how to make a cup of tea, right? If I just show you to you for a second, like after that, if you try it, you will not be able to make it like me. First of all, you have to know, and then if you copy me, then you will be able to do that. But I think that first you need to know, then you can go other things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes, definitely I agree with your point. So,
So,
so I have one more question. So, grammar part is how it is important get fluency in this language.
well, actually, grammar is important, but it's not very mandatory. So let's go ahead with an example. And my native language is Bengali, right? I speak Bangla with everyone when I go to school, when I talk with my relatives, like with everyone. So do I need grammar to talk with them? Definitely not. I can speak. I have learned this language by seeing them, by noticing their speaking style. When I read books, so that time I have learned so many structures, so many sentences. Just by following that, I'm speaking. And if I transfer into English, that I want to speak English, do I need grammar? So why it's crucial? So if I can connect with somebody who is speaking English, right? So so whenever I will listen this person, I will just try to repeat myself. When I'm just going to repeat this person, so that time automatically I'm going to correct myself. And how it happens. For example, today you have talked about your hobbies. Such as you said, I have many hobbies, such as listening to music, watching television, and something like that, etc. So when I listen to you, I just found a structure. Like if I wanna share my hobbies, I have to say something like that. I have some hobbies, including something like that. So I have gained it. So first, if you try to grab the grammar, it's gonna be really difficult until Just you are not interested to speak professionally, or like if you are not willing to work with someone who is really high professional. Just if your intention is just only speaking to understand somebody, what else you mean? So that time it's not very crucial. If you just learn it, so it's gonna definitely just demotivate you because that's a huge sector. And additionally, I have an history. Some people say that grammatical is crucial if you wanna speak English for that. I said to myself that first I will learn grammar, then I will try to speak English. For that, I took 6 months. That in 6 months, I will try to complete all the rules and regulations. And whenever I just open one page from that page, I'm just trying to learn the structures, like how it works, what is the connection between another words and other structures. And then I found that there's a lot of rules and regulations. And I remember one thing that when I was in school, my teacher all the time would say that you have to know the grammar if you'd like to speak English or write something. But once you will see that in real time, when you will speak English, that time you will not find um, any uses of grammar. Most of the time, you have to think different way. So that time, not only me, but also every single student would say, so why you learn it if you don't, if we can use it in our real time? Just our teacher wanted to mean that, like when you will know the grammatical rules, so that time by just following some rules, you will make automatic rules that will allow you to make any kind of sentence without making any mistakes. But we understand different things that if we know grammar, but if we can use it, so what kinds of things is going to be happen? The same thing happened. Like I think in speaking, automatically we correct our grammatical side. Even though in my speaking I'm doing a lot of mistakes, but whenever I'm capable of understanding you what I mean by my words, so that time I'm going to be correct until it's not a professional conversation.
Correct, correct. Basic grammar is important. So if you want to become a public speaker, so if you want to become a teacher,
Yeah.
so if you want to presentation any if you want to give any presentation, so grammar part is very very important. So normal conversation, you don't think more about that. So just if you know basic grammar means it's enough. So if you want to become a public or
Yeah.
like teacher, so it is very is very important grammar part. My opinion.
Yes, definitely. For me, I tried all the things because most of the time I was unstuck. So as I told you, like I just learned all the rules, but I could not find any suitable place to use it. So that time I realized what happens with me, what's wrong with me. I know the grammar, but I can use it any rules of grammar in my speaking. What's wrong? So once actually I realized myself that if I know a lot of things, but if I cannot use it any rules, everything is going to be useless. Such as I'm saying that, like let's make it more clear. With the words, suppose today you have learned a words. It's called something convenient. Suppose it means easy, something like that. So whenever I would learn a vocabulary, so that time I would make sentences. This is convenient. He is convenient person to me. She is convenient person to me. The same rule I would apply it in the grammar. Whenever I have understood that, if I know a lot about, if I cannot use it in a real time, that's gonna be totally useless. So I learned a word. Um, it's called some structure. It's gonna be like I want to make a cup of tea. So here I learn a word when I will use two verbs at the same time, in the between two verbs, I need to use a two as a preposition. And instead, I can use ing as well. So I could say, I want to make a cup of tea, or I want making cup of tea. The same thing. So I would make a lot of sentences with that. I want to make a cup of tea. I want to make it like a water bottle, something like that. I would practice. So whenever I was practicing such kind of words with the rules, so that time I have forgotten the rules. I remember the structures. Like what else I have learned in these days? So if you say that I say a grammar of rules that you have learned, I will not be able to say. I don't remember. I just only remember the example. Um, it can be more clear. Suppose if I give you a paragraph, this is about 2000 vocabulary. So if you read it 1 or 2 times, you will not be able to say each of the parts because our memory don't focus in reading things until it's fine and interesting. On the other hand, if you watch a movie, it's about 2 or 3 hours. After watching one times, you'll be able to see each of the parts. Why it happens? Because on there we find interesting. And whenever we find interesting anything, even though it's really hard or it's very lengthy, we can easily remember. So for me, I just try to make it like what is the memorable. For make it memorable, I just try to extend it. I want to go in deeply so that I can remember what else I have learned. Even though if I learn one word, I try to use it in my speaking so that I can never forget.
Okay, okay, okay. So I
Yeah,
have been observing. So you are using new vocabulary, new word. How did you learn this? But I also tried to learn new vocabulary. So I wanted to use new vocabulary during the conversation. But if anybody who's better than speak better than me, so I make note. That particular word, particular new vocabulary. So I try to use those words, but I can't use. So why? So give any reason for that?
yeah, sure, why not? So whenever you note a new vocabulary, for example, today I said, do you think it's old? It's simple. I want to know, do you think it's important? Instead, I could say it's word or it's crucial. Like whenever I say this word, so whenever you will think this word is different, just simply you're gonna note it, right? And then you have to find the meaning of this and read where you can use it. Suppose if you find that um, as the alternative of important, you can use ought. So you can make some sentences. As you are used to use important in every sector, so automatically this word come to your mind, to your mouth. So when you will want to say something crucial. So for that, you have to make sentence without using important. You have to say, do you think it's worth watching television? Do you think it's worth practicing English? Do you think it's work to watch English drama to improve ourselves. We have to practice so that whenever we need it, it will come to our mind. I suppose maybe you have noticed sometimes some people say we're in trouble, we're in issue, or we're in problem, but both of them have the same meaning, but in different places we use it. So, like when you want to mean that, it has some places to use. Even though if you notice that some people say, I have many friends, some of them I say I have shorter friends, something like that. So it has the same meaning, but most of the people use many. Some people use short of, and something like that. So we have to learn, we have to practice in real time so that instead of using real words, you can use some advanced words so that our conversation becomes in a professional level, not in the basic that every single person does.
Okay, bro. I think it's been around 20 minutes, because I haven't done my dinner also, so I have to go. So I have more
Mhm.
questions. So next time I will make a note. So definitely I will ask because you have a
Mhm.
lot of knowledge about this language. You speaking very well. So your accent is also different. Definitely. So you have more knowledge about this language. Definitely, I make note. Next time I will ask more questions.
Okay, that's gonna be more interesting, and I hope that I will get a place to think in more deeply, and I believe in learning. So thank you so much for your valuable time. It was a really amazing conversation with you. Have a great day. All the best.
Yeah, thanks for connecting. So it was a wonderful session. Yeah, so you have given precise time also. Again, we will connect so soon.
Okay, bye
Okay,
bye.
bye, bye, bye.